it's Amy K, and welcome back to Sim by Design with another Sims 4 starter update. This one is the base game starter I did a couple months ago. It was probably about a month ago. No, more than a month ago. Probably like 2 months ago. It's been a while since I've done a starter or a starter update. If you would like to submit a starter for home that you have built for me to update, use the hashtag on the gallery SBD update or SBD upgrade. The information will all be in the description. I search those at least like once a week or every other week. I try to remember. And I will do an upgrade to it as much as possible, but no limits on the budget unless you give me limits. For this one, my limit was it was a base game starter, so I wanted to keep a base game, which once I started building it, I completely forgot I wanted to do base game. So you'll see me like for the first couple minutes of this build actually putting in like whatever I want, like any pack. I loved the kitchen. It was probably one of my favorite kitchens I've done. It was so cool. Before, and I had like basically everything but the bedrooms done before I realized I had done everything in not base game. So it was like every expansion pack. So I cut most of it out where I was building with everything, and you'll see me in a little bit deleting a bunch of stuff, and that's all the stuff that I had deleted from before I realized I was doing everything. So I delete everything, and yeah, it looked so cool. Like everything looked so cool, and I was so bummed. But in the end, I think it looks pretty cool. I ended up doing kind of the same thing in the kitchen as what I had done before. It looks a little bit different. It's not as cool to me as it was, but you know, if you want a base game, you're not going to have much to work with. So I did the best I could. I kind of went for an industrial look, and I really wanted to use like square, like I guess I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. The bookshelves though, I was really upset about the bookshelves. I used those kid stuff bookshelves, and they fit in there perfectly, like all lined up together, and yeah. Those were like the best ones I could, and I spent so much time trying to get them to look the way I wanted to. But anyways, I wanted to use those columns. That was the word I was thinking of. The columns, I want to use square columns on the outside to look kind of like, I don't know the exact word for it, but to like look like ends of the building, I guess, the way some of the wallpaper does, but if you don't have a room the way it's supposed to be or something, it won't do it. So I just ended up putting it on the corners of everything, and the only base game ones that looked kind of okay were those like shiny round ones, but they still don't look as good as I'd want them to. But again, it's the best I had, so I dealt with it. Yeah, I don't know what else I was going to talk about. Only like 4 more weeks until the City Living comes out. Who is going to buy it? I know I am, because I want all of the new furniture. There's so much new furniture. There's new chairs, there's new beds, there's a karaoke machine. There's all kinds of like fun stuff that you can do and have in the City Living. It's really kind of annoying me that it's made for people who, well, okay, I mean, The Sims 4 is made for people who play The Sims. Obviously, like people who go in there and play with the actual like Sims. They don't just build like I do. I just go in there and I build. I don't really care about playing with the actual Sims. So it kind of, that, I'm going to go into a rant again. I'm going to stop myself before I do that. But I just wish they'd thought more about the builders and given us the ability to build apartments like we could before. But I guess you gotta deal with what you got. So, besides my rant from last week, I still am excited for City Living, mostly for the new objects, the new beds. There's folding chairs. There's like some really cool different chairs that you can get. They had a live stream on last Friday, I believe, and they showed off some of the new stuff, and there's a new dresser in there that looks so cool, and I can't wait to use and abuse that dresser. I'm probably going to have it in all of my modern builds. It's so cool. It looks very sleek. It looks very Asian inspired, which a lot of their stuff does, and I'm really excited about that because I love Asian looking decor. It just, it's so cool, it's so sleek, but it's also so, like, vintage looking almost, if that's the right word. I know I probably sound like I'm appropriating it or something, because everyone's so PC now, but I am really excited for the furniture and for the new looks, and like I've said in a couple videos, I may do a Let's Play. I'm going to attempt it. Don't be upset if I don't follow through with it, or if I do follow through with it and only lasts like an episode or two, but I think it would be kind of fun to attempt it. I have been trying to think of a storyline to do or some characters to make. If you want to see me do a Let's Play, if you want to see me attempt a Let's Play, let me know. It should be a train wreck. It should be fun to watch me be a train wreck, because you guys know how horrible I am at doing commentary. I do so many and oh yeahs and like stuff like that. So it's gonna be interesting to see or try to see me try to do a commentary, because I'm not gonna be good. But who knows? It could be awesome. It could be the best thing on my channel. You never know. But that's that. Let's talk about the house again, I guess. It was 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom with an open plan living room and kitchen before, and I switched it up to a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. Still have the open floor plan. I did not put like a computer or anything in like any of the rooms. There's 1 computer, 1 TV. It's still a very small house. I want to try to do these starter updates as realistic as possible. So, excuse me, if there's an upstairs, I will add an upstairs. I will add to the upstairs. If it's a ranch, I will not like add an upstairs, because in real life you probably wouldn't be doing that. You could expand it like I did with this one. I expanded it out, so I added the back bedroom and bathroom, and then I kind of pushed the main bathroom kind of to the front of the house and added the 2 bedrooms in place of half of the bathroom and the entire first bedroom, or pretty much, and I made a hallway out of the rest of it back. So, I mean, I feel like I've said this before. I have studied architecture, like in high school. I took a couple architecture classes and I grew up around architecture. So I know how to design floor plans as well as I can, not being a professional architect or something, but I know what goes into it, and I try to bring that in as realistic as possible to all of my builds, not just the updates. But I think I do a pretty good job. I don't know. You guys probably could think I do a horrible job of this. I wouldn't know, because most of the time, and I really appreciate this, most everybody in my comments, actually pretty much everybody in my comments, is so nice and awesome, and I love that. As of recording this, I think we're at like 270 subscribers, maybe, possibly, which is mind-blowing to me. I didn't think when I started this over a year ago that I'd get like 5 subscribers, let alone almost 300. But, and I'm recording this on Sunday, so it's like almost a week before Friday. And who knows, by Friday we could have more subscribers. But that's not the whole point of this. I know I was talking to one of my friends on here, and she had commented on one of her videos about the fact that she gets like all these messages of people who just want them to, or just want her to like go subscribe to their channel, and if she subscribes to their channel, they'll subscribe to her channel. And that's kind of annoying to me. Like, why would you do that? Like, yeah, you want subscribers, but the whole point of having a YouTube channel is to grow and as a community and get to know other people and make friends everywhere. Like, at least that's what I want in a YouTube channel. So, let's all be friends. That quote from Mean Girls. If you ever seen Mean Girls, if you haven't, you should. It's the best TV show. TV show? It's the best movie ever. The girl who doesn't even go to their school, she's at the like pep rally thing for girls, and she's like, I just want everyone to be happy and cupcakes and rainbows and all that stuff. I've seen the movie a million times and I still don't remember that quote. But leaving it on that note, let's all be friends. I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you want to submit a starter for me to update or upgrade, use the hashtag SBDUpdate or SBDUpgrade. I check them all the time. You can follow me on Origin or Twitter. Both of them are Sim by Design. And this house will be on the gallery by Friday. It's not on there right now, but it will be on the gallery by Friday. You can find it at Base Game Starter Update. And the link is also in the description. I found out the other day that if you click on that link and you press download, as long as you're signed in on the gallery, as soon as you sign in on to The Sims 4, it will automatically download the house into your gallery, which is pretty awesome. So you can just drop it wherever you want. And I'm running out of breath. I am so out of shape. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I will see you next week. I put a new video out every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I will see you guys then. Have a great weekend. Bye.